Okay, folks, this is attorney Nate Amendola, and today we're going to talk a little bit about OUIs. So, why are OUIs arrests so common in Massachusetts? First thing you need to know is OUI stands for operating under the influence. This is what Massachusetts laws call DWIs or DUIs. They're impaired driving cases, and they're very common in Massachusetts because lots of people consume alcohol and then get in their car and drive. Here's what you need to know about these types of cases. If you've been pulled over by the police and they suspect that you've consumed some amount of alcohol, in all likelihood, they're going to begin what's called an OUI investigation, okay? And this makes sense. You've got to understand that police officers are tasked with maintaining public safety and maintaining safe roads. This is a big part of their job. It's obvious that we don't want impaired drivers on the road because that creates a safety concern. So when the police first come up to a driver after they pulled the driver over, the first thing they're going to do is note any face-to-face signs of impairment. Okay, things like red, glassy, bloodshot, and watery eyes, slurred speech, delayed movement, things like that. Maybe they'll also notice some alcohol in the car. If they notice any of these things, the police are highly likely to ask you to get out of the car and to perform certain field sobriety tests. One thing that you need to understand is that a police officer is going to be very apprehensive about letting a potentially impaired driver back behind the wheel. So they suspect that you've been drinking at all. It's unlikely that they're going to let you back on the road. So chances are, if you're doing some field sobriety tests, you're likely to get arrested. You should remember a couple things about these. First, you do have a right to refuse to perform the field sobriety test, and you do have a right to refuse the breathalyzer. If you refuse these things, you should do it politely. You should also know that if you refuse to take the breathalyzer, you'll lose your license for a minimum of 6 months.